Welcome to episode 72 of Central Intelligence Cinema. Today we are back with a brand new intel report for you, which includes a breakdown of the new Mission Impossible trailer, the latest TV spy series intel, and much, much more. But let's just get into it, shall we? Take it away, Pierce.
Beg your pardon, forgot to knock.
Welcome to the CIC, initiating security clearance.
My name is Napoleon Solo. Bond. James Bond.
Natasha Romanoff.
Ethan Hunt.
Felix Leiter.
Elsa Faust. Identity confirmed.
Now, pay attention, 007.
Welcome to Central Intelligence Cinema, a podcast dedicated to spy movies and secret agent pop culture.
Your mission, should you decide to accept it.
Do you expect me to talk?
I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This moron is giving me everything.
Yeah, baby!
Special agent, you're not having a very special day, are you?
But remember, nothing ever goes according to plan.
Tom, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British hand up, sir. The state will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Recording from an undisclosed location where both of us are trying to recover from tryptophan comas, it's a Central Intelligence Cinema podcast. I'm Jason Greenberg, and with me, as always, Ben Esslinger.
Thank you, Jason. And welcome back to the CIC, the spy movie podcast that is currently digesting the 10 pounds of Thanksgiving dinner we ate yesterday.
Thanksgiving
Delicious.
turkey.
Cornbread stuffing.
Beer.
How's it going, Jason?
It's going all right, Ben. How are you on this fine Black Friday?
You know, I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back at the undisclosed location. Good to see you again. It's been a hot second.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Been a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes.
I had to actually relearn how to speak English once again so that I could do this podcast.
Yeah,
Many of our listeners probably don't know my native language is Spanish.
Yes.
And we were afraid I was going to bust out with that, not even remembering how to speak English, because I literally do this entire podcast reading phonetically from a sheet of paper.
That's right.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
That's right. But today we have got a gravy boat's worth of intel from the spy movie, TV, and pop culture universe. But first, maybe we should address the elephant in the room, Jason. The CIC has been in a bit of a hibernation as of recent.
Hibernation is good.
Yes. Not able to divulge any details, rather, because it's all sort of classified, but largely the product of things we kind of expected would happen and happened, but also things that we didn't expect to happen and yet also did happen. And so the good ship CIC had to go out into the cold for a while to sort things out, but we are back, and it is our hope that, quite frankly, 2025 will be more like 2023.
Yes, but definitely not 2020 or 2021.
No.
No.
So, but don't quote me, because all bets are off with this crazy podcast that we're doing. But once again, yes, great to be back talking some silly spy shit. Don't you agree? Woohoo!
Yes.
But, hey, so we have a little, starting things off, we have a little follow-up to our intel report that we did way back in July. So we reported back then that there was a new book series called the Q Mysteries. And I read the synopsis for the first book entitled Quantum of Menace, which, again, just sounds like a mashup of Star Wars...
The Quantum Menace.
So is it like an Aston Martin speeder? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like a.
This sounds very intriguing to me. Let's continue.
But the synopsis from the publisher mentioned in this universe, Q would go back to his sleepy hometown of Wickstone-on-Water. And at the time, I asked our tens across the pond whether this was actually a real place or not, because I had no idea. And thankfully, reliably, our man C, who is self-dubbed the head of Section BS, pronunciation, grammar correction, and general pedantry, wrote us once more and, of course, did not disappoint.
As we would have come to expect.
As we have come to expect, because he is our man. He writes, Dear Sirs, regarding your inquiry into Wickstone-on-Water and its pronunciation, as far as I can tell, Wickstone-on-Water does not actually exist outside of the nascent novel. Your guess is at least as good as mine. Of course, the UK has many beautiful non-fiction villages you can visit. You could get down to Shitterton, Dorset. you might get up to Cockermouth in Cumberland. See Nether Wallop, Hampshire, conveniently located if you also wish to visit Overwallop and Middle Wallop.
And all the little wallops.
That's right. If you're really lucky, you might experience Wet Wang up in Yorkshire.
Hello.
I remember when I was young and I experienced Wet Wang up in Yorkshire. As for your wonderful country, while I am tempted by intercourse in Pennsylvania, what I've always wanted to see, Cumming, Georgia. Well, keep up the fine work. Yours, C. Thank you, C.
Thank you, C.
Thank you, C. Always welcome.
To be honest with you, C, you actually could have completely made up that it was a real place. We would not have questioned you at all.
Right. We would not have checked your work.
You could have been like, and it's pronounced Wyextane on dirt. And we would have been like, of course it is.
Of course it is. Because that's,
Of course it is.
Well, anyway. But yes, that is in fact the shit we live for. So please keep it up, sir.
Absolutely.
We love it.
It's good to know that there's the potential in some sort of a Bond universe to have a Diagon Alley somewhere, right?
Right.
Just completely made up shit. And people over on our side of the ocean, we won't know any different.
That's fine. It's fine.
It's like here when somebody does a movie or television show about Las Vegas, but they actually film it in L.A.
Yeah.
But you don't know that it's in L.A. unless you live in Las Vegas.
Right. But hey, dear listener, if you want to reach out to us and let us know about things that aren't true, but we'll just take your word for it, please. We have all kinds of ways to get in touch. You can email us at cicdeaddrop@gmail.com, on Instagram at Central Intelligence Cinema, separated by underscores, or on Blue Sky, you can reach us at cicspypod.bsky.social. And there's a whole slew of other socials we're on, and you can find the links to all of them at the bottom of the show description of this very episode. But what do you say, Jason? Is it time for some factual, well, not factual, just intel?
Yeah, let's just go with regular intel. I think factual is
stretching it
just a little bit.
Alrighty then.
Looking for a news story?
Impress me.
Transmitting CIC Intel dossier.
They'll print anything these days.
Okay, Intel. So we're starting it off with some really light, fun stuff here. And Jason, I thank you very much for this one.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate your work there out in the field finding this for me.
My feeds don't typically dovetail into your feeds,
yes.
But, every so often, particularly with cars,
yes,
something will come up on one of my feeds that is gendermane to you, sir.
Yes.
And to the podcast in general, sir.
But we are talking about the Shagwire.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So, those of you who are Austin Powers fans, or car fans for that matter, the Shagwire is going up for auction. That's right. The Austin Powers 1967 Jaguar E-Type series with the British flag painted across the entire body of the car is going up for auction in January. From Yahoo News, it's written, the Roadster isn't just a spirited replica either. It's the actual vehicle Mike Myers drove in all three entries in the trio of comedy blockbusters. So, it's the actual one, not a
replica,
not a spin-off, not an alternate. The actual one. And because those movies...
the actual mojo, baby.
The actual mojo. Yeah. He left some mojo in the seat, maybe.
Don't clean that off. It's worth more money that way, baby. Yeah!
And because those movies were made relatively cheap at the time, it's a one of one. There are no other versions of that car that were made for the movies. So we'll see what kind of money it brings out. There's no estimate right now. Just for car fanatics out there, I will also let you know that the Shagwire has a 4.2-liter inline-six connected to a 4-speed manual. It has 265 horsepower when brand new. I don't know what it's like now, with a top speed of 150 miles per hour. So, Yeah, kind of interesting. The normal version of that car these days would go for around $55,000, which is actually really good. I mean, I don't know how well or reliable.
I was going to say,
Jaguars
you'll
of
buy
that,
it for $55,000. You're going to spend $155,000 keeping it running.
Yeah, because Jaguars of that era were not known for being reliable.
Jaguars of this era are not known for being reliable. They're maybe more reliable thanks to Ford.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
This is the nice thing about this car is that if it stops running, which it will, at least it's a piece of art, right?
Yes, that you can just
you can literally just
show.
drive it into wherever you keep all your cool cars and never drive it again, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's got impact without being driven.
Exactly.
I also want to point out to everybody that I believe if you're on the fence about whether you want to buy this car out there, tens of listeners, I believe it had Elizabeth Hurley's butt in it.
Ooh.
I believe that it had Heather Graham's butt in it.
Oof.
And I believe it also may have had Beyonce's butt in it.
Okay.
So,
I'm
just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
from that standpoint alone,
yeah,
it should be in the documents, to be honest with you. Think of all the asses that have sat in the Jaguar.
So moving on, Mission Impossible. Jason,
Yeah?
we have a title, we have a trailer. It is now Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. The Final Reckoning. The Final Reckoning is due out on May 23rd of 2025. Jason, we've got deep sea action. We've got Arctic bobsled stuff. We've got the rabbit's foot. The fucking rabbit's foot is in this movie. They're bringing it all back. The knife from the very first one is in it that he drops in the server room or whatever. Good Lord. We've got biplanes. We've got submarines. Palm Clementif and Haley Atwell. Oh my.
Yep. First off, before we go any further, there was not enough Haley Atwell in this trailer.
No.
At all.
No.
At all.
Or her jeans.
Or her jeans. But definitely not enough of her, period.
Yes.
And isn't Palm Clementif dead?
No, at the very end, like
Did I forget something from this movie I only watched twice?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes. They think that she's dead, but then I forget who it is. I think it's maybe Greg Tarzan Davis's character who notices that she still has a pulse.
Okay.
And so
Yeah. Okay.
Because now in this trailer, she's part of the squad now. She's now part of this new lineup that they've gotten. So
just wait till we all find out that Ilsa's really the bad guy all along.
Oh God, please tell me no. I don't really want that.
But then you get to see her again.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to
I don't know. I watched Dr. Sleep way more than I watched the movie we're talking about right now.
Well, Dr. Sleep.
And she was a really good bad guy in that one.
She was quite nice as a bad guy
I'm just saying. But please continue.
Oh, yes. Well, we've also got Luther in a hospital gown, which is
cancer, that meat.
Listen.
Yeah, colon cancer from eating all that meat. I'm telling you right now, that's my prediction.
This whole movie has got some strong is Luther going to die vibes, maybe a hint of is Benji going to die vibes, maybe even a hint of is everybody going to die vibes.
I feel like if the only way that you could out Bond a Bond movie is if
to
you kill everybody. Everybody.
And then, of course, more than anything else in this trailer, we've got running. So much running. I almost wonder if they did a timer. They went back and they looked at every single trailer from the previous Mission Impossible movies, and they were like, okay, how much running do we have in this one? Okay, we have exactly 20 seconds of running in the trailer for Mission Impossible 1. Okay, how much do we have in Mission Impossible 2? Okay, we're up to 25 seconds now. Okay, so and it just got all the way up, and now we have like a full minute of running, just running and more running, and a montage of running across various landscapes everywhere.
Like this movie's probably going to be like 2 hours and 48 minutes, and 48 minutes of it is just going to be Tom Cruise running. Just him running and everybody going, we can't keep up with you, Tom. Holy shit.
I will say, too, I think, this is just from a personal standpoint, I think with this round of trailers for this final, well, quote unquote final movie, I am not going to cover the trailers and behind the scenes footage that they release quite so
ardently.
Or at a granular level, the way that I did the previous one, because I feel like when I did that, it kind of half ruined that stunt, that big motorcycle jump stunt for me a little bit. And it took a long time. Like, now that I've watched Dead Reckoning Part 1, or whatever you want to call, whatever the name of the first one of the part, you know what I mean.
It's not even a Part 1 anymore, right? Technically, it's just 7 now.
Yeah, it's just Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, as opposed to the Final Reckoning. So in Dead Reckoning, it took me a very long, multiple watches before I got past my irritation with the untreated shot of the motorcycle jump versus the CG enhanced shot of the jump. But I'm past it now because I've been able to see the movie as a whole, and I like it quite a bit.
Absolutely.
I do think it's quite good.
So many submarines.
And
then I see Tom Cruise floating underwater.
Oh, yeah, there's that whole scene where he's like unconscious, or is it a dream sequence?
I don't know. And I don't know who's swimming down. I know who it isn't. It isn't Haley Atwell coming down and kissing him. It is, and it isn't like Ilsa in a dream thing coming down and kissing him.
Well, it looks like at the beginning, in the flashback, at the beginning of Dead Reckoning.
Yeah.
The woman that he killed, or not that he killed, but that he was responsible for getting killed.
Yes.
Comes to
So she's probably back. I'm just saying, was he like, I got 6 minutes last time. I bet you I could hold my breath for like 12 minutes this time.
Well, and I get the feeling too, a lot of this is just based on I did watch the very first behind the scenes video, because it doesn't show all that much. All it shows is him gearing up to go underwater in that pressurized suit or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the crux of this stunt is, look at all this learning I did to do high pressure deep sea underwater shit. Uh-huh.
You say learning, I say programming, but
well, yeah. Well,
agree to disagree.
No, we agree. Sometimes I'm so used to dealing with humans that I forget that we're dealing with a cyborg.
Indubitably.
The biplane thing.
Snoopy versus the Red Baron. What is that all about?
I mean, that stunt actually is the one that I'm most interested in seeing. I'm curious to see how far that goes. And I'm really hoping, honestly, that they don't spoil it in a trailer upcoming. Well, but I kind of feel like they're gonna.
Well, they're gonna have to, because I bet that's gonna be the money stunt for the movie right there.
Yeah, like I gotta think
he's hanging off of a fucking airplane,
right? Right.
And it's not like a big C-130 airplane where he's clamoring for the door.
Right.
It's flipping around doing barrel rolls, and he's hanging on with one hand and 10 invisible cables.
And 10 painted out cables.
And he's going to end up like sliding into the back of the yellow biplane. And he's going to be like, there's a snake in the plane. That's just my pet snake, Reggie. I hate snakes, Jacques. I hate them. Oh, sorry. Flashback. I am a little upset that it looks like that red one is just a standard biplane and not a Fokker triplane.
Yeah.
So it really could have been Snoopy in a Sopwith Camel versus the Red Baron.
Well, and I was kind of expecting some like old school dogfight shooty type stuff too, like the
absolutely. Little bullets running across the wooden wing.
Right.
And making like metal ricochets even though they're hitting wood. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, moving on. So, Bond intel. Well, there's not a whole lot going on with Bond, as we all know.
Yeah, Bond intel would be, oh shit, there's actually Bond intel?
Yeah, indeed. But, there's a couple little things going on. Just in time for the holidays, Mark Edlitz has released his latest book called Keeping 007 Alive.
Good luck.
Which contains conversations with every living Bond continuation author. So that should be kind of interesting. With cover art by the amazing Sean Longmore, and then illustrations by Pat Carbajal, who did all the illustrations for the James Bond Lexicon book that came out a few years back. So that should be an interesting little book. Be curious to see different takes on how the different writers have sort of approached Bond in the post-Fleming era. And speaking of the holidays, I would also recommend something that I actually got for my birthday from my good buddy here, Jason.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh.
He was generous enough to give me all 3 volumes, I should say, of the complete James Bond classic comic strip collection. So in one of these is Goldfinger from 1960 to 1966. It also includes For Your Eyes Only, The Man with the Golden Gun, The Living Daylights, A View to a Kill. It's also got stuff that's not normally talked about, stuff like Risiko. In the other books, the second one that he got me is Octopussy, which runs from 1966 to 1969. That one includes Octopussy, the Hildebrand Rarity, River of Death, the Harpies. And then the third one that he got me is Dr. No, which runs... Actually, that's the very first one. I got them out of order here. But the Dr. No one runs from 1958 to 1960. And that includes Casino Royale, Live and Let Die, Moonraker, Diamonds Are Forever, From Russia with Love, and Dr. No. And I got to tell you, these things are pretty great. I love the artwork. It's just classic. Much better artwork than I would have expected from that era.
Sure. Well, they're newspaper strips. And so you tended to get better illustrative quality out of the actual storyline ones back in the day.
Yeah. And what I also like about it, too, is how much of the dialogue and description is literally straight out of the book. There's stuff in Casino Royale where you literally get that opening line from Casino Royale where it says the smell of a casino at 2 a.m. or whatever he says at the beginning of that. So it's nice to see it so faithful to the actual novels as opposed to, for a little while I was looking at it, I was expecting it to be more like the movies, but no, this is Ian Fleming's James Bond in these strips. So
also probably the beauty of it being published right around the same time the books were coming out.
Exactly.
So there were no movies to influence anybody.
Right. So it's a lot more from a literate point of view. And so it's interesting to see the changes and oftentimes welcome. So very cool.
Oh,
and
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it, Jason, and I would highly recommend. I'll have to put up a link to where you can get those if you have somebody in your life who's a James Bond fanatic like me,
or even for yourself,
or even
if you're
for
a
yourself.
James Bond fanatic.
Yeah, if you want to.
If you listen to this podcast, you clearly are not.
If you want to go out and get yourself something nice,
you know, you did a hard job, you did your work for the year. Get yourself something nice, a little something to curl up by the fire.
That's right.
Maybe with a nice little hot cocoa, and watch James Bond shoot people in the head.
That's right. But I will say, so there's another thing in James Bond news, but it won't be ready for the holidays, but it will be ready in June. And it was just reported that the Sean Connery Eon Bond films are now set to be released in UHD using 4K scans off the original camera negatives.
Interesting.
And only the Daniel Craig films so far have received that UHD treatment. But yeah, the Connery films are set to release on June 3rd of next year. So that'll be interesting to see.
So this will be your 12th version of those movies that you have?
I'm not doing that for a while. Jason's giving me a hard time because I recently finally got a complete set of the James Bond films on Blu-ray. Because prior to that, I had this mishmash of DVDs and a couple stray individual Blu-rays prior to that. So I finally decided to...
I mean, I can't really talk. I've got like 900 versions of the first 3 Star Wars movies in my house, ranging all the way from videotape through Laserdisc, all the way up. I don't have anything in 4K or UHD, but
right.
I could. I mean, I have Laserdisc. Why do I need anything else?
That's right. That is the tippy top of the quality spectrum.
Honestly, no. So, just on a quick segue here.
Yes.
It's currently... the 3 Laserdisc versions that I own that came with a 9-disc box set back in the day because they were so big. This is the only digital version of the original versions of the movies.
Wow.
So I get to see without all the extra CGI crap.
Yeah.
If I decide to haul out the Laserdisc player, plug it in somewhere and watch it. For the nostalgia.
Find the adapters that will actually plug into your television.
Right. Well, I still have like a little 27-inch TV
that's got all the
RCA jacks and everything for it. But yeah, no, I'm just saying, some things have some value. None of the 3 cassette tape versions I have of those movies do, but that's okay.
That's right.
Okay, that's fine.
So we have a trailer now for the movie The Amateur, starring Rami Malek and Lawrence Fishburne. The story is about Charlie Heller, played by Malek, who is a deeply introverted decoder for the CIA that has his life turned upside down, Jason.
Man, I hate it when that shit happens.
I hate that. When his wife is killed in a London terrorist attack. Charlie wants to be trained by the CIA to seek revenge, but the agency won't do it. They actually kind of mock him.
They really do. Oh, come on, Charlie. You're kind of a pussy.
I know. I'm just like, dude, the guy's wife just got killed. You're really going to be that big of a dick? Like,
it wasn't the fact that they were being a dick, because you could get that, right?
Yeah.
Charlie will like you. This is out of your league.
Yeah.
They were really kind of savoring it. Like,
oh yeah,
like,
they were enjoying themselves.
Like the 2 jocks going, "Oh, I'm sorry, Poindexter, you can't play football. You'll tap it too."
Yeah, it was a little over the top. But then Heller seeks out Fishburne's character to learn, but even he's like, I can't train you to do what you need to do. You can't pull a trigger on anybody. You don't
Stop trying to shoot me and shoot me.
Yeah. Exactly. But I did sort of like how they, obviously from the trailer, you sort of find out that he uses the tools that he does know to seek revenge, exact revenge for his wife.
It's fucking nerd revenge, people. That's all it is.
It's great, though.
It's like the most complicated and intricate way to kill somebody, because that's how he works.
Right.
You watch the trailer, it's like, oh, by the way, I've been decreasing the pressure of your really fancy glass bridge swimming pool so that it could pop exactly what I wanted to and you could die. Ha. Like, if you would just if he had taped on glasses and he talked like comic book guy, it would have been perfect. Perfect.
Well, I mean, he talks like Rami Malek.
That's true. That's close enough. Just got to go full Mr. Robot on that. You're ready to rock and roll.
That's right. But, I mean, I honestly don't know if I would call it necessarily a spy movie. The CIA is in it, and he does work for the CIA as a decoder.
We've had some fairly spy adjacent things on our plate before.
Yes, this is very spy adjacent, but I'm the one that put it in the notes, so I'll allow it.
Hey, this qualifies to me.
Yeah, but it should be, I don't know. It looks good. It doesn't look overly techie in ways that upsets me.
It's kind of like, it feels to me like it's a Taken movie, but with a nerd.
Yeah, Taken, but with a nerd.
Like Revenge of the Taken. Taken of the nerds.
That's right. And it's interesting, too, that we're getting all the spy movies that we want to see aren't coming out until next year. This movie comes out April 11th of next year. Also, Black Bag is coming out next year, and with the new Mission Impossible is coming out next year. All the spy movies are next year, but right now, boy, we are in the age of
spy TV.
Spy TV, baby. It's just all the latest silly spy shit is on TV. Over the past year, just to remind you all,
a brief recap, if you will.
Yes. Over the past year, we have gotten Slow Horses, The Old Man, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Sympathizer, Citadel version Diana, and Citadel Honey Bunny, which is the Indian Hindi version directed by Rajan DK, which honestly, I highly recommend. It's really fun, despite the fact that the domestic Citadel was terrible. And then The Day of the Jackal, which is what I'm currently watching, which is fantastic. I'm 4-ish episodes in, and it's so stylish. And I mean, it speaks to me personally because there's so much Radiohead playing in it. There's so much Radiohead needle dropping going on in this series that I'm just like, I'm in. I will watch every second of this. This is fantastic. Eddie Redmayne with a 6-pack? Sure. Why not? I'll bite.
That's CGI. I got it.
Well, it's fantastic. And also, I will say too, Lashana Lynch is finally given some material that she can truly sink her teeth into in that one. I feel like her talents were kind of wasted in No Time to Die. She was just kind of the badass spy, but she didn't have a lot. She didn't have a lot to do.
She was there just to make a point.
Yeah,
you're old and you're run out, and now I'm the new you.
Yeah,
and you don't ever get the opportunity to be much when you're trying to live under the shadow of the other thing.
Exactly. Whereas her character in The Day of the Jackal is so well rounded. It's perfectly imperfect, but there's a character arc. It's all there. It's
Fair enough.
It's I highly recommend
Now,
it.
so I have not started watching it because I've had other things kind of twixt in between.
Yes.
And I got to the point where like maybe I'll wait till all the episodes are out because I'm pretty sure I'm just going to want to watch them in a speed run. You've watched 4 episodes?
Yeah.
How much porridge has been consumed?
No porridge has been consumed.
Well, then. I then say this is not factual. And I may be revising whether I want to watch it all or not.
There's no porridge. There's no. I can't remember.
It doesn't really matter. Porridge is all that matters.
Porridge is all that matters.
Were there any gravestones being shot?
There were no gravestones being shot.
Was there any Ben Kingsley trying to be Jewish again?
There was not. There was no trying to remember what was in a refrigerator.
This is horseshit.
It's a fantastic series. I highly recommend
All right, well, I'm only going to watch because you said it's good.
All right.
But I'm going in with much lower expectations than I had prior.
But here in the States, it's on Peacock. And I believe over on the UK side, it's on Sky, I believe.
Isn't everything on Sky that's over here in the States?
This is pretty much.
Feels like it.
Yeah, almost. And then coming out the very day of this recording, as we speak, is The Agency, starring Michael Fassbender, which today begins the age of Max Bender.
Outstanding.
Beginning with this and then ending with Black Bag next year. But right now we've got The Agency, which stars Michael Fassbender, Jeffrey Wright, and Richard friggin' Gere.
Can I just say right off the bat, I don't know if Jeffrey Wright's a good choice for somebody in the CIA. It seems like it's kind of out of his range.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be like a fish out of water.
I mean, we'll see. I didn't think he could. I knew he'd kill his Commissioner Gordon, but I mean, as a CIA person?
We'll see if it pans out.
All right, well, we'll find out.
But yeah, Paramount and Showtime have been promoting the crap out of this thing.
Yeah, they have.
Just so much social media trailers and clips and doodahs and what have yous. But yeah, definitely want to check it out. It's executive produced by George Clooney, based on the French series The Bureau, which was a very, very highly reviewed French series. The synopsis reads, a covert CIA agent is ordered to abandon his undercover life and return to London Station. When the love he left behind reappears, romance reignites. His career, his real identity, and his mission are pitted against his heart, herding them both into a deadly game of international intrigue and espionage.
Well,
hello. But I mean, even beyond the synopsis, it looks really interesting. Like, he's got a kid.
Yeah.
And his kid seems to kind of know what he does, sort of.
Yeah.
You know, granted, he's like, well, do you kill people? Yeah. She's like, do you kill people? So, with those three in the leads.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on. I mean.
And, the thing is, the thing I'm looking most forward to with this is trying to listen to him get through the entire series with an American accent.
And not letting the Scottish brogue come out?
Yeah, or any of it. Because the man is good with accents, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think the only time I've really heard him do an American accent was The Killer.
Yeah.
That just came out on Netflix a couple years ago.
But that doesn't even have that much dialogue.
Exactly.
In it.
So
it's like such a quiet movie.
It felt like he could have just practiced those lines to perfection. Now he has to carry on an entire conversations in it or not. I'm sure he'll do fine.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite actors of this generation.
He's a badass.
Exactly. And we're getting Max Fassbender. I expect max performance from him.
Maximum Bender, maximum performance. Try new.
I am still very concerned about Jeffrey Wright, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see if he can stretch into being a CIA agent.
I mean, he was good. It's good being a robot in Westworld, but a CIA agent?
We'll see.
I feel like it's possible he might die in the role. Not literally, but figuratively as an actor.
I mean, he might find himself underwater.
It could very quickly underwater.
Very quickly underwater.
Yeah. And he's going to be like, do we look like we care? So, I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. But if that wasn't enough, Jason.
It wasn't. It wasn't at all. Bring it. Bring more.
That wasn't enough. We still have one more spy series to go before the end of this year.
On crazy things.
It's just
stuff.
Bonkers. On December 5th, we're getting season 1 of Black Doves. There's already 2 trailers out for the 6-episode spy thriller that stars Keira Knightley and Ben Whishaw, who Jason thought Star Daisy Ridley.
I thought it was Daisy Ridley. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
to bring it up.
I'm sorry. Tall, attractive British women.
British brunette.
I get them confused.
It's hard these days. There's so many. But the premise is that Helen Webb, played by Keira Knightley, is a politician's wife, doting mother, and professional spy.
Of course she is.
For years, Helen has been passing on her husband's secrets to the Black Doves, the shadowy organization for whom she works. But when her lover Jason is assassinated...
Oh, they got me!
Helen's life is turned once again. All these people with their lives being turned upside down. So much...
To be fair, if her lover's name was Jason, her life was already turned upside down.
So her life is turned upside down, and only her old friend, Sam Young, played by Ben Whishaw, can keep her safe. And I still giggle every time I read that Ben Wishaw's character, Sam, is described as a suave, champagne-drinking assassin.
Uh-huh.
Now, that one really is a stretch.
The only thing
that is the true stretch, where we're not being sarcastic.
The only thing that would make you be able to buy that is if somewhere down the road he ends up with an armor and it's Daniel Craig,
right?
As giving him the gadgets. Then I would buy it.
Yes, but I mean that looks fairly.
I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a Netflix joint, so we'll see. Their track record with spy stuff is.
Yeah,
so
it's never really bad, but it's also never really good.
Yeah.
So, but they're starting off good. 6 episodes, just the right amount of episodes.
Yeah. And encouraging that they've already greenlit season 2, which means they must have some faith in this one.
Yeah. Well,
so maybe the source material is really good or something like that.
It's so weird when back in the ancient times. of the 1900s.
The late 1900s?
The mid to late 1900s.
Yes.
TV shows ran 22 to 25 episodes a year with a break in between, right? So you watch the same shit over again.
Yeah.
Then you would watch the new stuff. Then you'd watch that shit over again. You get a new season. That's how it used to work. So why there were so many good TV shows that had to put 25 episodes worth of content is beyond me. Even Star Trek, which had 26 a year, had some stinkers. But... the standard now is like 6 to 8 episodes. So we've kind of got to this whole UK way of programming things.
Yes.
Right? But the production mentality is still there to do 22 to 25 on regular TV.
Yeah.
So when I see things like this and I'm like, well, they did 6 and they've already green-lighted the next 6.
That's just one season.
Why did they not just film? Why don't they just film all 12 of them and split it into one season?
I got to be honest. I feel like 6 doesn't even count as a season. You got to have at least 8. I mean, if you think about like albums, right? Mm-hmm. You got to have at least 8 songs for it to be an LP.
Got to be 8 tracks. Yeah.
8 tracks for an LP. Bare minimum, and that's like 80s standards. By the time you got to the 90s, if you didn't have 12 tracks on your LP, it wasn't an LP, it was an EP.
Right.
And the same thing with TV seasons, I feel. Like, if it's 6, or in the case of, what was it, Slow Horses, I think it was like 5 or 4?
Mm-hmm.
That's just a limited series.
Yeah.
That's an ABC Sunday night limited series.
Sure, it's a mini series. You see it every Sunday for 4 days in a row.
That's right.
I don't know. It's so funny to me. Go full Lord of the Rings. Just film all that shit at once.
That's right.
And then cut it up however you want.
Right.
Do your 25 episodes and then guarantee 4 seasons of the show.
Right. Who knows?
God, if they'd done that with Stranger Things, we'd already be done with it.
Yeah.
The kids wouldn't be ready for to retire.
I will say that I did like some of the dialogue that I heard in the trailer for Black Doves. There was some nice little quips, especially back and forth between Whishaw and Knightley.
Mm-hmm.
They had a nice little chemistry going there of being chummy chum.
I think it'll be an entertaining watch.
Yeah.
But probably not something we're going to be like, whoa, this is the greatest spy thing I've seen since the last greatest spy thing.
Honestly, for me, I get the feeling I'm going to be talking a lot more about Slow Horses and The Day of the Jackal, because those are the two that really have stood out for me over the course of this year. The Sympathizer was quite good, too, though.
I absolutely enjoyed The Sympathizer, but I'm going to tell you, without Robert Downey Jr., I don't think I would have enjoyed it nearly as much.
No, it's a tough watch here and there.
Because the content was good, the premise was good, all the other actors were good. I think having just that little doses...
A little dose of Downey Jr.
A little dose of Downey will get you through anything, right?
Yeah.
That was great. The last season of Old Man, far better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Went in
Yeah.
a direction I didn't see it going.
Also didn't expect a cliffhanger.
No, because I thought they were going to
expected
wrap
they were
it
just
up.
going to wrap it up and call it a day. But
Absolutely.
now we're looking at, are they going to resolve what happened at the end?
And I feel we got one more season, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Jeff Bridges has a lot more going for him, man.
That, not to make light of serious things, that man cannot die. He has been through the shit and back, and he still just keeps on trucking, man.
Just going to act until I don't want to act anymore.
That's right, man.
Fine.
Manifest destiny, man.
That's right. That's right. This new TV show really ties the room together.
But that, I believe, Jason, is everything in the dossier for now.
It does appear. It was a very thin dossier today.
Well, we're just trying to...
But as we pointed out, there's nothing out there for Bond, so what else are we going to report?
Yeah. And, we're just kind of getting the gears working again.
Yeah.
A little rusty,
Yeah,
but...
a little bit. But there's more content to come.
More content to come, indeed. We've got some good stuff on the way. But, I guess that's it. Well, with that, I'm Ben.
And I'm Jason.
And the CIC will indeed return with more missions, more martinis,
And more mayhem.